ahead. It's an AFC intra-conference contest. It's the Houston Texans and the Kansas City Chiefs. Jamie Fairbairn ready to get this one going. And we're off from Arrowhead. Fields this one at the 3. And he's walloped just as he gets across the 25. What a hit. He's down shy of the 30. Offense out now to get us started. It's 1st and 10. Play action, it's Mahomes. Completes this one to Gray. And he will finally catch up to him just a second before he can reach that 40. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
That wasn't going anywhere else on that play. It's one of the ones called specifically for the tight end because they know he's able to get a good release off that play action. And he gets himself in space to do some damage.
And this one does not go far.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
Operating from the gun. Here's Mahomes. He's got some air under this one. Deep down the middle. Caught just shy of the goal line. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs take a 6-0 lead right away. Xavier Worthy, the touchdown. That one splits the uprights. And the Chiefs will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Butker on now to kick this one away. And he won't opt to bring this one out. He's content to keep it there in the end zone. They'll start their drive at the 35. Nice starting spot for the Texans here. They're about set. 1st and 10. Who got there for the stop. Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Shotgun now for Stroud. Complete out to the right side. And this great effort winds up getting them well into enemy territory before he's brought down. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
18. From
the gun, they're going to hand it off. Looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Jaden Hicks there on the tackle.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. It doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it. All right.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stroud. This connects with Schultz. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And it sets up a Houston 1st.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Here we go.
In the red zone now. That one's incomplete in the end zone. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down.
I love that. No, I love that defensively right there. It's about the only thing you could do to the tight ends at this level. You have got to disrupt them. You have got to match their physicality with even more physicality, and it forced an incompletion.
Completed over the middle. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line.
There's no question, Kate, that the big plays down the seam or will make tight ends a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage, gets good coverage, contested catches that really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
Short pass brought in. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9. Offense in the hurry up here.
A gain of only a yard. It's 4th down.
fourth down. And they don't get the catch they need there. Their hand was forced. Brock had to try and go for it, but they turn it over on downs. The Chiefs coming up to the line here. It's 1st and 10. Going back to the backfield, and they give it to him. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Derek Stingley putting that play to bed. First down run, nabs him 5. Now 2nd and 5. Quick throw completed by Mahomes. He's going to reach his own 20 before stepping out. He gets 6 on that play, and the Chiefs are going to have a first down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
They'll run here on first down. He gets forward, that's about 4 yards. Kamari Lassiter getting up there to make the stop.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And it'll be first down, Kansas City.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Play action, Mahomes. Bails out of the pocket quick. He's just cut downfield by Rice. He fights his way down to the 35 before the defense can get him out. It's a gain of 22. And the Chiefs are going to have a first down.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Back play straight ahead. He cuts it back right. And he will get this to the end zone for a Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs get another 6 to make this a 13-0 game.
That's just simply the difference-making edge that these elite running backs bring to you. A lot of backs can get you 10 yards, 20 yards. But the elite backs, they can take it to the house.
That one right down the middle. And the Chiefs drive out to an early 14-0 lead. Butker on now to kick this one away. On the return, here comes St. Dell. Showing a little burst so far. He showed some nice bursts on that run back, didn't he? Getting them all the way out to their own 40s.
When you get contributions like that and you kick off returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
This is complete to Schultz. And they're going to get to him after a gain of close to 5 as they send him out.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
Welcome back. We'll begin the second quarter with the Texans in possession. They're looking at 2nd and 4. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
No surprise to see the quarterback go back to that well. That security blanket that's been his tight end all game long. But finally, this defense has an answer.
Stroud now on 3rd. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Working across the middle, Brock. It is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talked about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and you couldn't do it.
Now Kansas City looks settled in and ready. Here we go. 1st and 10.
Yellow.
Sending him on the dive. He surges ahead for 5. Make it 2nd down.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
Attack! 180! Hey, 15!
To the air, Mahomes. He's got a man left. And this is going to be halted just before we can reach the 30. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum. Keep that defense on its heels.
1st and 10. It's Mahomes. Hits his running back. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and they netted some positive yards.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Trying for the deep ball. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete. So first time we've seen one of his passes hit the ground this game, Brock. He had been perfect before that one.
Well, we hear it and we know it, right? The team that makes fewer mistakes in this league typically wins the game. Yeah, that was what would you call a first mistake throwing the ball. They still got the lead thanks to earlier efforts.
And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
This dude just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that 1st down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
Mahomes on 1st and 10. He's going deep. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Pride connecting with Xavier Worthy there. So that brings up 2nd down.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
The give here on 2nd. And he'll get this through midfield and start pushing into Texans territory. A solid 8-yard gain there, and now they're going to have 3rd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 2. Yellow!
That one's out and cut on the right side. He nearly gets them into the red zone as he's down at the 22. Well, we see the medical staff headed out there now. We're going to get a timeout as they handle an injured player. Not what you want to see so close to the end of the season. Coming to the line, this is 1st and 10.
Yellow!
Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. Oh, again, it looks like a pick, but they drop it. A chance to steal it away in the end zone. Just can't finish the play. Following the near interception, this is 2nd and 10.
Yellow!
Throwing is Mahomes. Escapes the pocket.
That is an effort play. I love that by the defense. Corralling the QB behind the line. It can be tough to track these guys down when they decide to scramble. What excellent pursuit to stay on them the entire way.
This is a tough spot to be in. It's 3rd and very long.
Yellow!
3rd and long for him here. Connecting on the slant. And he's taken down at the 30.
Awareness. You've got to be aware. Play caller, quarterback, receiver have to be aware of where the sticks are. That route just not enough, not deep enough to extend the drive and move the chains. Well, nice for this offense to know that even when they don't find the end zone, they can still come away with some points and keep up an awfully impressive pace they've set for themselves.
Starting from the 5. Finds some space. He's past the 30.
When you get contributions like that and you kick off returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
The Texans set up nicely as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. Forced out to his right. Oh, it's tipped, interception. Trent McDuffie in to pick it off. And he's going to take this one back. It's a pick six and a KC touchdown. You want to know how strong the coverage was there? And they even had that underneath throw lockdown block, and he took it the other way.
It's really, really hard to find a better rep than that one in coverage. You're so spot on. Covered it down the field. Usually a gimme to the running back. The only thing was a gimme was gimme 6.
This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Houston offense looks set, Brock. Here's 1st and 10. Or wide receiver run to start this series. And he's going to be driven out, but a nice pickup. Gained about 8, 2nd down.
That run may not have gotten you a first, but sure, a nice little run to set the table.
Into the 2-minute warning from Arrowhead. And it's the Texans. Looking at 2nd and 1. On play action, here's Stroud. Blitz is there, and he goes down. And they come through the sack to bring around 3rd down.
Even from the booth, Kate, I can hear it. I can hear that front 7 telling the guys on the back end, hey, all I need is a couple of seconds of lockdown from you guys, and I'm going to get to this QB. You promise that you deliver? And that's exactly what they did, wasting no time in getting that sack.
And they'll take him down after he advances this up to about the 43. Offense to the line fast. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And 2nd down is going to be a good bit tougher. He can't even get back to the line. This play loses yards.
He's brought down back at the 40-yard line.
From the gun, Stroud. Caught out left. He gets through it for a 7-yard gain. The tackle made at the 47. Working quickly here. To the air on 3rd and long. That's caught for the first. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. That one gains 7. And the Texans are going to have a 1st down.
Here we go.
To the air, Stroud. Finds him over the middle. And they get this down to the 28. Timeout coming from the Texans. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. Again, Stroud. That's a catch for Nico Collins. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. Houston calls it 2nd timeout. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this half. 2nd down now. They need 7. Throwing again. It's Stroud. Catch made over the middle. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. Final timeout called by the Texans. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
In the red zone now. Chased out to his right. And that finds him in the end zone for the Houston touchdown. The Texans get their first points of this game just before halftime. Manage that clock beautifully down to the final moments, Brock, and they get the score just before halftime.
That doesn't change the theme of the halftime speech, but I guarantee you it adds some enthusiasm to the tone. That was awesome.
Point after, up and good by Fairbairn. And the Texans pull a little closer. It's a 17-point game now.
Texans 7. Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
So we'll see if it's a kick return that ends our half, or if we get a play from scrimmage, as this one's away. Power squib kick is taken in. He's hauled down on what is the final play of our first half. So we're through 2 quarters now, still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Butker on now to kick this one away. Down now to return it. Pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Texans to the line. 1st and 10. Handoff now coming up. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run. Now after that play, we have somebody banged up down there. Injuries never a welcome sight so close to the end of the season. They're out to attend to him.
On the quick, right?
Shotgun now, first round. On target to his back, Joe Mixon. And he's going to go out of bounds. Looks a little short on the 35.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular. And the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stroud. No finding his back, Mixon. And they drop him with a big hit, but that's going to sting worse for the defense. A big gain, and the chain's moving too.
The Texans, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Here's Stroud on 1st and 10. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Kirby Joseph picks it. And the Chiefs take over on his 5th interception of the season.
You could feel them, Kate. You could feel the convoy. They were going. They thought they might have another one, but unfortunately, not another touchdown. But you know what? Not going to stop them from celebrating in another big game-changing play.
On 1st down, they'll run. And he's forced down bounds after picking up about 7. Good rip on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
That is just a great drive starter. What every offense wants. Gives you a little bit of energy, a little juice, and now a really manageable 2nd down.
Back-to-back carries here. And his short game gets them a new set of downs.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that 1st down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
1st down, and they go right back to it. He's only able to get back to the line. It's going to be 2nd down.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards. I know that you and I love, Kate, looking at plays and discussing them and all the different outlets and checkdowns, and usually there's a completion to be had, but not against this defense. Not on that one.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down.
Argo blue lady! Attack, attack!
Here he goes, 3rd and long. And they can't connect on the 3rd down deep shot. Love the courage they had to try it, but it's incomplete, and now we've got 4th down.
Kamari Lassiter on the cover.
Butker knocks it through, and that extends the lead to 20.
Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. 2nd time they brought him out for a field goal, and 2nd time he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field. That's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
Dell now to return it. Finds some space. He's past the 30. And a good effort here as he gets it out past the 35-yard line. And now we'll get a pause here. Trainer's headed out to take a look at an injured player. Let's hope it isn't anything that's going to keep him from finishing this season strong.
All right.
Slot man motioned over. Stroud throwing here on first. Right side cut by Higgins. And all he can do is get back to the line on that effort, so no gain on first down.
You know, I've learned over the years, defensively they call that the camera club. How many different guys can get rallying to the football? So that last shot you see on camera, you see as many defenders keeping that to a 0-yard gain. That's well done defensively.
And he's going to be driven out of bounds. The gain gets this down inside the 35. That one goes for 31 yards and a first down when all is said and done. So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. He's got it over the middle. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
The Chiefs' 31-yard line.
Two-J. 19 Texas. Why Tony?
To the air yet again, it's Stroud. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. That's going to leave him with a tough third and long.
Yikes, as that pass falls to the ground, Kate, you kind of just sense their desperation. It's just kind of oozing out of them. Running out of time, start connecting on more of these, and really break open the scoring in a way they just have not been able to do so far.
Third and long, they're going to throw. Has a man downfield, it's Collins. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And now they have a first and goal.
First and 18. At the 10-yard line.
Stroud off of play action. Catch is made in close. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans shrinking the lead some in the third. Fairbairn now for the PAT. The point after splits the upright. And the Texans drop the lead back to 13.
Texans 14.
Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. This return starts at the 5. Good work so far. He's got room. He's going to reach that 34-yard line before he stops.
Their own 34-yard line.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. First and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. He puts some air under it, deep down the left. And he's got it, it's in close. And that's a Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs stretch their lead to a 3-score advantage. Xavier Worthy, the touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. And that's into the end zone, so they follow the touchdown by tacking on 2 more to their lead. Butker on now to kick this one away. Okay, well that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. Nice starting spot for the Texans here. They're about set. First and 10.
Here we go. 18.
Oh, he taps it quick to the receiver coming across here. And the defense wise to that call there. Receiver wrapped up for no gain. Third down coming up. Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's second and 10.
All right. 18.
Shotgun snap. They'll throw. Has it downfield working the left. And he's going to get this to the opposing 41. Give him 24 on that play. And it sets up a Houston first.
All right.
Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. Dumped off to his running back. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. Offense in the hurry up here.
To gain 7. Brings up second and 3. the Chiefs' 34-yard line.
Here's Stroud again. It's his running back. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Play like this, that's exactly where you want to get him the ball. Right on the outside, where he's got the space and a lot more room to work.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. 9-yard line. And the stop is made 3 yards from the end zone. It's going to be 1st and goal.
That's another Texans first down. 1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
In the red zone on 1st. Pressure coming, and they take him down. And it's step 1 towards the goal line stand. Still going to need a couple more, though. 2nd and goal coming up. From the gun, Stroud. Oh my, it's intercepted in the end zone. Nick Bolton has it. And the Chiefs get it back on the final play of the quarter. We're through 3 on this holiday weekend. It's Chiefs football, and they've got to feel pretty good about this score entering the 4th. Now Kansas City looks settled in and ready. Here we go. 1st and 10. Here's the one back on the handoff. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
This one isn't looking much better, Brock. He's handed another loss. That's 2 in a row. They've got 3rd down now coming up.
This coordinator tried to show some trust and belief in his offense. A run after a negative run? Well, you lose a lot of equity and belief in that coordinator. I don't think he's going to try a 3rd run after back-to-back negative losses.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains. Kansas City sends out its punt team. And thankfully, he hasn't been needed until the final quarter. He punted a couple of times last week in their loss, and now gets this one away. Gets this clean at the 30. And it ends up a good return for him, up past their own 40.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 43-yard line.
The Texans set up nicely as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. On play action, here's Stroud. He almost threw another one. Back-to-back throws now that should have been picked off, partner, as he continues making risky decisions with the football. It sure seems like they have found the wrinkle in their coverage that this QB just can't quite read, Brock. Got him on a pick on the last drive, and he should have had him again right there.
Kate, I can't tell you how lonely a feeling this is.
Yeah.
One interception you don't like, back-to-back.
And he'll get this across. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans get it back to within 2 possessions. It's a Joe Mixon touchdown. Fairbairn connects on the extra point. And the Texans get it back to a 14-point game.
Texans 21.
Still down a couple of scores after that. They're going to set up for the onside kick. And the Chiefs cover up the kick. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. Well, kind of feels like we're starting to get to that point, Brock.
And what point is that, Kate?
You know, the bold point of the game where you have to try something bold could end up becoming a play that finally sinks him, though.
Yeah, it's time for desperation. Without a defensive stop here, it's really hard to lay out the scenarios for much success.
They will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs making a 3-score game in the 4th. Butker to try the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Chiefs stretch their lead to 21.
Texans 21. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Butker on now to kick this one away. Here's White on the return. He's brought down just inside the 25. The Houston offense looks set, Brock. Here's 1st and 10. They'll begin with a run by Mixon. And he's going to be brought down here at the 42. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains. The Chiefs signal for a timeout. That's going to be their first. They still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. To the air, Stroud. Buys time, rolling right. Taking it off here to Mixon. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. And for somebody who's been kicked off like he has, Brock, you gotta admire his determination to keep attacking these coverages.
Yeah, that is risk. In a double coverage yet again. But this guy's got what I call a high belief factor in himself.
Fits it through the middle. And they're going to stop him after he gets this to the 26. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains. They'll come up on 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Stroud. On the move, headed right. He misfired on that one. It's behind his man.
This quarterback gets out of the pocket, genuinely a coin toss, whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put in the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
Here we go.
Back to the air they go on 2nd. Stroud. And he will score. It's a Houston touchdown. The Texans get it back to within 2 possessions. It's a Joe Mixon touchdown. His kick is good, for the moment at least, as we've got a flag down on the field. I think they're going to get him for hitting the kicker. Well, you can't do that. Got to avoid hitting the kicker. And because of that, the kickoff will be coming from midfield.
The kickoff for Houston.
And the Chiefs cover off the kick. And that's going to be close to an outright disaster, Brock, as he winds up losing a ton of yards on the play. All right, the Chiefs in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. The screen pass falls incomplete.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you, you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
After the incompletion, still at the 38, it's 2nd and 10. Hand off to the back. Stop is made as he drives this to the opposing 43. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs. Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. Back to the well again. Runs around him, he's got space. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
Coming off that carry, I'd go right back to him. Not a hotter hand on the field right now. Get that man the rock.
1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
First and goal now as they try to pad this lead.
Yellow, yellow.
They give it to him again. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Another carry for him. To the goal line, but he won't reach it. So defense keeps him out and forces 3rd and goal.
I think I can see that sideline considering a challenge down there. It was close, but I think he got barely enough to escape the end zone. Another run might not be so lucky.
He runs it across. Touchdown! The Chiefs have likely locked up the win right there. Butker to try the point after. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Chiefs stretch their lead to 21. Butker on now to kick this one away. Here's White on the return. All right, and in the end, Brock, this is going to make it out to the 30. First call here coming from the shotgun. Now it's Stroud. Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. Big gain downfield. He will stop him as he gets this down to their 39-yard line. I've heard this in the line.
Texans, first down. First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Travis hit the ball is out. And the Chiefs look like they have it.
You could almost feel the eyes of those defenders like saucers. They see a quarterback in the open field, and all they want to do is knock him out. Or in this case, knock the ball loose. Job well done.
And this won't be caught. Clock is going to stop. We've got 14 seconds to go. Ball stays at that 37. Here's second and 10. Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. He rolls to his right. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he's all the way across midfield down inside that 45-yard line.
It's a gain of 22 yards. Emma, Kansas.
So score this a win for the Chiefs. And it was a game for fans of high-scoring football, wasn't it? I know Brock was enjoying seeing both of these offenses work, and really not a lot to dislike from either group. Just one side working at a slightly better clip than the other. That was the difference in the win. So that puts a bow on this one. For my partner, Brock Heward, and everyone involved on our crew, I'm Kate Scott signing off. This has been another presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Chiefs as we say so long from Kansas City.